Buren County Court will come to order. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce my helper this evening. You know, a couple of meetings ago, we had some gentlemen come up and they were heavily involved in the local political process. And I thought, well, I'm just going to bring them along for the next few meetings and let them job shadow. And I think it's great that we have some future leaders in our midst. And maybe they'd like to pursue a career in politics. And I probably shouldn't, but you know, you're about the same age as my daughter, so I refer to you as a kid. But I know he's a young man, and so is Ian, who is also here, who was with us last month. But I would love for this video to make its way to Washington, because I know Ian, he's a liberal, you're a conservative, and you're friends, you get along, and you enjoy the process. And if Washington's going to act like a bunch of kids, they need to act like our kids. Way to go. All rise, please, for the prayer and pledge. Be seated. Roll call vote.
Holt.
Yep.
Nikki. Here. Sarah. Here. Phillips. Here. Linn. Bradford.
Here.
Tatum.
Here.
Lemings.
Here.
Bass.
Here.
Yeah, before you, a copy of the minutes from the last meeting. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Make a motion we approve.
Second. The motion by Holt, second by Lemings to approve the minutes of the last meeting. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? You have a copy of the treasurer's report. Do I hear a motion to approve?
Motion we approve is written.
Second.
Motion by Tatum, second by Phillips to approve the treasurer's report. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? If there's any discussion along the way, just stop me. The appropriations analysis. Do I hear a motion to approve the appropriations analysis?
I make a motion.
Second.
Motion made by Nikki Brown, second by Justice Holt, to approve the appropriations analysis. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Due to the incredible amount of business and the grievance hearing immediately following, I would entertain a motion to dispense with the board's reports this evening. Every board has submitted a written report. Is anyone willing to make that motion?
So be it.
Second.
Okay, the motion is made by Holt, second by Tatum, to dispense with the board reports for this evening. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving right on to new business, and our first ordinance is by Sarah Brown.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance number 2019-55, the annual operating budget for 2020, to increase the projected revenue and appropriate $1,000 into the juvenile court budget number 1000-414-3103 grants. Whereas the juvenile court received $1,000 from United Way for the Basic Blue and Pause for the Cause grant program on January 16, 2020, receipt number 43, and whereas this money will be appropriated into the grant line item number 3103. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, $1,000 be appropriated into number 1000-414-3103 grants for juvenile court. Make a motion to accept the agreement.
I second.
A motion by Sarah Brown, second by Nikki Brown. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt.
Yes.
Nikki.
Yes.
Sarah.
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Bradford.
Yes.
Tatum.
Yes.
Lemings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2020-04.
Thank you. Next ordinance will be sponsored by Nikki Brown.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Buren in the State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance number 2019-55, the annual operating budget for 2020, to increase the projected revenue in the county general and appropriate $389.50 into the detention center budget number 1000-418 and $6,460.39 into the sheriff's office budget number 1000-400. Whereas the detention center received $389.50 from the inmate commissary account for reimbursement of inmate hygiene products. And whereas this money needs to be appropriated into the detention center budget number 1000-418-2009 inmate supplies. And whereas the sheriff's office installed new Microsoft 10 computers totaling $6,460.39. And whereas $6,460.39 will need to be appropriated into the sheriff's budget number 1000-400-3102, computer software support and maintenance, so that the bill can be paid. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Buren County, Arkansas, that Section 1, $389.50 be appropriated into number 1000-418-2009 inmate supplies, and Section 2, $6,460.39 be appropriated into number 1000-400-3102, computer software support and maintenance. I make a motion to approve.
Second.
It's been motioned by Nikki Brown, second by Phillips to adopt this ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips.
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2020-05.
Thank you. Our next ordinance is sponsored by Justice Bradford.
Being enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an ordinance to create line item 1002 salaries part-time in the county general ADEM budget, number 1000-500, and transfer monies within the budget. Whereas there is therefore need to create line item 1002 for part-time salaries in the ADEM budget, and whereas part-time OEM will be paid an hourly rate of $10 as a temporary part-time employee to cover the county while a full-time OEM is off work. Whereas $220 will be transferred from line number 3101, training and education, $200 to line item 1002, salaries part-time, and $20 to line 1006, social security match. Now therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Buren County, Arkansas, that line item 1002, salaries part-time, be created and $220 be transferred within the budget as stated above. I move this ordinance be approved.
I'll second.
It's been motioned by Bradford, second by Holt to adopt this ordinance. This ordinance is one that will require 3 readings. At this time, I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules for the purpose of entertaining the next 2 readings at this meeting, but title only.
Motion.
Second.
Okay. Motion to suspend is made by Sarah Brown, second by Lemings. Any discussion? Roll call vote on suspension.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips, Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
Thank you. Justice Bradford, would you read the second time by title only?
An ordinance to create line item 1002, salaries part-time in the county general ADEM budget, 1000-500, and transfer monies within the budget.
Thank you. And the third and final reading.
An ordinance to create line item 1002, salaries part-time in the county general ADEM budget, 1000-500, and transfer monies within the budget.
Thank you. Any discussion, questions?
I kind of like to have a little clarification on this. Is our Jeannie, is she gone?
She's not gone. She's out of state right now.
I knew she was.
Yeah, we.
And this is just to fill in.
This is a
for
fill-in. We
one-time
now.
deal?
He's Grant McMurray is now certified as an emergency operations manager, and I'd like for him to fill in for her if needed. This isn't a have to; it's an if. And normally, OEM 2 falls back to Brian Tatum. And Brian wears a lot of hats. So it'd be a $10 an hour. The money was already in the budget. We just massaged the budget.
Is just for this one time?
It is just $200. And I've been trying to be good with the mountains of vacation and comp time we've been accruing and keeping those at bay. Leaves a need. Any other discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemings,
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
2020-06.
Thank you. Next ordinance is cleanup ordinance sponsored by Justice Lemings.
Be enacted by the Quorum Court, County of Van Buren, the State of Arkansas, an ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance 2018-59, and the annual operating budget for 2019 to transfer and appropriate monies for final cleanup purposes. Whereas to transfer and appropriate $500 from the County General Fund, $1,000-100-3100, other miscellaneous, into the Hospital Maintenance Fund, $3,408-302-3005. Special legal audit and whereas to transfer $5,252.79 into the Recorder's Cost Fund, $3,006 from the County General, number 1,000. And whereas the court ordered 2019-310 was signed on September 16, 2019 to transfer $45,000 as needed into the Recorder's Cost Fund from the County General. And whereas only $5,252 were transferred by the Treasurer. Whereas all departments will be cleaned up by transfers within each fund and our department. Now therefore be it ordained by and enacted by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas. Section 1, that funds be transferred and appropriated into the appropriation budget. And Section 2, all other budgets will be cleaned up by transfers within each fund and our department. I move that we approve ordinance.
A second.
Motion's made by Lemming, second by Nikki Brown. Any discussion? Roll call vote.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemings,
Yes.
Bass. 2020-07.
We had one late ordinance that was submitted after the packet was delivered. At this time, I would entertain a motion to suspend the rules to entertain the ordinance.
I move we suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion's made by Lemming, second by Sarah Brown to suspend the rules to entertain the additional ordinance. Any discussion? Roll call vote for suspension.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemings,
Yes.
Bass.
Justice Bradford, you ready to read your?
Be it enacted by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, an appropriation ordinance to be entitled, an appropriation ordinance to amend the original appropriation ordinance 2019-55, the annual operating budget for 2020 to increase the projected revenue and appropriate $18,648.45 into the Election Commission budget 1000-109. Whereas due to extra training and replacing failed equipment, funds are low in the Election Commission budget, and whereas the election commissioners have applied to receive early reimbursement of $18,648.45 from the State Board of Election Commission, and whereas these funds need to be appropriated into the Election Commission budget to pay bills that are due as stated. 1000-109-3009, other professional services, $10,000. 1001-3023, internet, $578.18. 1000-109-201, general supplies, $3,000. 1000-109-2002, small equipment, $2,000. 1000-109-1002, salaries part-time, $2,070.27. 1000-109-1006, social security, $1,000. Now, therefore be it ordained by the Quorum Court of Van Buren County, Arkansas, that $18,648.45 be appropriated into the Election Commission budget 1000-109 as stated above. I move this ordinance be approved.
Do you have a second? No second? Motion fails. Okay, our next set is going to be resolutions. I called AAC due to our time restraints tonight. Tried to find a way that we could expedite some business. Found a way to do that. At this time, I would entertain a motion to entertain the resolutions by title only.
I'll make that motion.
Okay. We have a motion by Justice Holt. You want to second it?
Second.
Second by Phillips to entertain the resolutions by title only. Any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, pass. Okay, first one, read by title only by J.P. Tatum.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Van Buren County to purchase 2 used John Deere road graders through John Deere Financial.
Okay. These were shopped. This was by far the best deal that we could find. Any discussion? And I found out these are resolutions we can do voice votes. We don't have to roll call. So all in favor of passing this resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number
2020-02.
02. Okay. Next resolution will be read by title only by Justice Tatum.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Van Buren County to purchase a used 2018 75G excavator with hydraulic tilt coupler, standard bucket, and 48-inch ditching bucket, 2-way valves for multiple attachments, and a used hammer from Stribling Equipment LLC through John Deere Financial.
Any discussion?
All this in the budget.
Yes.
All these have
Good
been,
questions.
you shopped around on
You
this?
betcha.
Okay.
You betcha.
You got other bids?
Yes. Well, we didn't do a formal bid because it was used equipment, and we didn't have to do the formal bid, but we did do our shopping around diligence. Got 3 quotes. Okay. Any other discussion? All those in favor of adopting this resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Number,
2020-03.
next resolution will be read by title only by Justice Holt.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Van Buren County to apply for a grant on behalf of the Van Buren County Fair Association.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Resolution number
2020-04. Y'all are going too fast for me.
Our next one will be read by Justice Phillips.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution authorizing the county judge of Van Buren County to apply for a grant on behalf of the county.
Okay. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Be resolution number,
2020-05.
giving our clerk a workout.
Uh,
Our next one was sponsored by Justice Linn, who is absent tonight. Would someone like to read that for Justice Linn?
I'll do it.
Okay, thank you.
Be it resolved by the Quorum Court of the County of Van Buren, State of Arkansas, a resolution to be entitled, a resolution to confirm the appointment of a member to the Van Buren County Library Board.
Okay, that member is David Emmerling. That term will expire 2024. The rest stay as is. Any discussion?
I do.
Yes.
Before I vote on somebody, I kind of like to know who they are.
David Emmerling. He is out of the country. Well, I don't know if he's out of the country. He's out of state right now on vacation. But he has agreed to do it. He's been here, he's approached the court a couple of times with the library.
You said 2024, was that?
2025, my bad. You'd know him if you saw him. Any other discussion? All those in favor of adopting this resolution signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Passes.
2020-06.
This time, I entertain a motion to suspend the rules for the purpose of dispensing with the audible reading of the transfers.
So moved.
Second.
Motion was made by Phillips, second by Tatum. To suspend the rules to dispense with the audible reading of the transfers. Any discussion? Roll call vote for suspension.
Holt,
Yes.
Nikki,
Yes.
Sarah,
Yes.
Phillips,
Yes.
Bradford,
Yes.
Tatum,
Yes.
Lemmings.
Yes.
Bass.
Yes.
Okay. Do I hear a motion to approve the transfers?
Make a motion to approve the transfers.
Second.
It's been motioned by Holt, second by Lemmings to approve the transfers. Any discussion?
Are these for cleanup?
Yes.
Any other discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Justice Holt, did you want to discuss
Yes, who's the gentleman that sent this to us?
Adam Coppers?
Adam Coppers?
Coppers.
Coppers. Adam Coppers.
Coppers.
Coppers, okay. If you hadn't heard the judge, he's been on the radio the last 2 mornings in reference to the subject that I'm fixing to read about, and that's the continuation of the sales tax. Adam put it in a way that seems more clear than what you read when you go down and vote. And again, the reason it is set up like that, because we questioned it several times, the reason that it is set up like it is down there on the voting machines is because that's the law. That's the way it has to read. Confusing as it might be, but that's the law. So, I will read this to you, and hopefully it'll make a little bit more sense. It did to me. There is a lot of unnecessary confusion surrounding the sales tax proposal. Some would have you believe it's all or nothing. That's not true. The following explains the 6 questions on the ballot for the 1% Van Buren County sales tax proposal. Continuation. Hospital. If you want to vote on the 1/4% tax for the hospital, building, maintenance, and equipment purchases, you vote for or against questions 1, 2, and 3. You need to vote the same on all 3 of these questions. If you want it, you vote all 3 yes. If you don't, you vote all 3 no. Emergency services. If you want to vote on the 1/4% tax for miscellaneous public safety services like 911, EMS, law enforcement, jail, etc., you vote for or against question 4. Fire departments and rescue squad. If you want to vote on the 1/2 cent tax for the equally distributed among Van Buren County's fire departments and rescue squad, you vote for or against question 5. Library. If you want to vote on the use of the revenue generated by the emergency services tax and or the fire department tax to retire the debt of the library building, you vote for or against question 6. A vote for any of these questions is a vote to levy that sales tax for the next 16 years. A vote against the question is to not levy that sales tax. Revenue to support question 6 will only be generated by the passage of question 4 and or question 5. That means if you want to support the library, you must also support emergency services and or fire departments. Hospital tax revenues cannot be spent on anything but the hospital. So the questions 1, 2, and 3 don't affect the library. To vote for the hospital tax, you must vote for questions 1, 2, and 3. To vote against the hospital tax, you must vote against questions 1, 2, and 3. You can vote for or against the hospital, emergency services, fire department, rescue squad independently of one another in the manner described above. They all stand alone. The library is not tied to anything. You do not have to support the library to support the fire department's emergency services or hospitals. and he goes to add on. It's that simple. I've done my best to not taint this post with my opinion of any of these issues. Bold has been used for the purpose of emphasizing commonly understood facts. So I hope this, if any of you were having confusion about the tax, that it might clear up a few things. And that's why I wanted to read it, because I want it in the paper.
Clear as mud. Thank you. All right, before we end, Austin, stand up. I can't tell you how proud I am of you guys for your interest in local government. And someone would like to get a picture for Austin. And one for paper.
Yeah. You're happy, you're happy, you're happy?
Austin, did you find tonight riveting?
Oh, yeah.
Good deal. We got through a lot of business tonight. We did so fairly efficiently. This is a good group to do business with and to learn from. This says Certificate of Appreciation awarded to Austin Pruitt for his interest and participation in county government. Thank you, Austin. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Make a motion to adjourn.
Second. You get to gavel us out.
All right.
One tap. Thank you. The grievance hearing will convene as soon as we get set up.